All right, this video is every time I show a Derringer, all right, I get comments that are just borderline childish. There's a lot of things. Everybody has their opinions, okay? But we have a huge problem in the gun community. Everybody likes to talk smack. And, to me, I don't exactly understand it. All right, but every time I show a Derringer, you get comments, oh, the more I know about guns, the more I know I would never have a Derringer. Now, these are both guns that you would call a Derringer, okay? They're very small, very compact. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that the Derringer, beyond a shadow of the doubt, is the most influential weapon that's ever been fielded in the United States, at least, and a lot of other countries. And quick Google search will show, like, Abraham Lincoln, right? It wasn't a howitzer that killed Abraham Lincoln. It was not a Glock. It was not a 1860 Army Colt. It was not an 1853. It wasn't. What it was a single-shot Derringer, placed to the back of the head in one bullet. All right? That changed American politics forever. Now, you have the other people out there, and they're going to tell you, see, it's empty. It's not accurate. And I'm here to tell you, having owned this for several years and shotting numerous different calibers, as you can see, with different barrels, I can tell you at 25 yards, this is very accurate. It'll kill a man instantly. 45 long Colt, all right? These defense rounds that I'm particularly fond of, it's more of a close range thing. Your philosophy of use has to be, this is just to protect me. I'm not getting into a gunfight. But I always see these things. I've seen a feller online even who can use one of these with a 9mm at 50 yards. He can hit a 12-inch metal plate consecutively. That's more accurate than a lot of pistols. Is it a little harder to use? Yeah, a little bit. Once you absolutely get used to it, it's very accurate, okay? Same thing with this, all right? Now, would this be my frontline weapon? No. But it depends on what I'm carrying, okay? Generally, I do like to carry full-size pistols, okay? So if I'm carrying a full-size pistol like this, yeah, I will put this in my pocket. Now, let me ask, here's another thing about the empty chamber, loaded. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Stop cutting people down. Carry what you're comfortable with and carry it how you're comfortable. Everybody has their own ideas. But if you're carrying on an empty chamber and you're hip carrying like I do, all right, I'm not saying I carry on an empty chamber, but if you are, someone comes up behind me, grabs that gun, my hand goes into the pocket, and I'm going to put 2 holes or more in your lungs, all right, before you could rack my bolt. All right, every pistol has a different philosophy of use. But what I'm saying is you got this video game people out there now. I would assume it's them because, you say things that make absolutely no sense. It makes no sense. Look at Doubleday in the Civil War. He was a general. He used temporary insanity, all right? He was the first person to use that defense successfully, and he shot his wife's lover right on the streets. He didn't use a howitzer, all right? So these pistols are very influential, and if you understand what you're doing with it and what the philosophy of use that these things are, they absolutely have a place in everybody's repertoire of firearms. Generally, if I'm carrying, this one here, right? I will put something like this in my pocket. There are a lot of times where there's going to be signs up telling you, you know, we don't want you to open carry. I am absolutely not a fan of appendix carry. I know a lot of people do appendix carry, and more power to you. There's a lot of people that tend to shoot themselves in the dick with appendix carry. I am not one of them fellas, but if I was going to appendix carry, I would most definitely, and here you go, right? I want an external safety on it, okay? And that's just me. I mean, I'm not going to tell anyone you can't appendix carry. A lot of people don't want safeties on their pistols. I get that. I feel a little bit better with them. Even my Derringers have the safety. It's just a straight push-through thing. When that's in my pocket, I can push the safety over to the side and I can pull the pistol out. I can actually cock it in my pocket, okay? So, but yeah, for people to get out there and say, oh, I wouldn't have one of those. No, I'm telling you, these are accurate, okay? There's no doubt about it. It is accurate. You can shoot a man-sized target up to 50 yards easily. Takes a little practice, but you have to do it. Now, this right here, it's 22 Magnum. That's just strictly for comfort. It's a very small pistol. Put it in your pocket, and, you know, you go outside in the yard, you've got a pistol on you. Now, I have a little bit of land. That's why I really like this. I can change the barrels. I have these 9mm barrels. I target shoot with the 3-inch barrel, okay, because the 45 long Colt or 410 shotgun shell, it's expensive, okay? Then I have a very small one right here. When I go out in the backyard, I'll put snake shot right there, put snake shot in there, because I do have snakes, all right? So the plethora of things you can use this for, all right? Now, if you don't want to carry a Derringer, that's fine, all right? But guys, do a little bit of research. You cannot be out there repeating things that other people say and acting like it's a fact, because it's just not a fact, okay? Now, would you carry one of these? I don't know. That's up to you. But let me tell you something. I wouldn't be mouthing off to a man that's carrying this, okay? Because he probably understands the philosophy of use. This is not an offensive weapon. This is for when I'm going to go home and you're not. That's the strict purpose of this. I'm going home and you are not. Ask Abraham Lincoln how that worked out. All right? But, like I said, in my opinion, this is a very good weapon. And I know what I'm talking about. I've carried it for several years. Even this, okay? The North American Arms, the biggest problem with these guys, they put this little bitty handle on it. You definitely need a little bit more purchase to use it. But yeah, I can go out and I can target shoot with this too. I don't know why you'd want to. 22 Magnums are expensive. 22 Magnum shell is about as expensive as the 9mm Hollow Point right now. But anyway, I mean, you guys out there that say you wouldn't carry one of these, you should do your research. I mean, you go back, there's a good reason why this type of pistol, you know, not the Bond Arms, but this type of pistol has been made and is as popular as it is for as long as it is. Common sense has to tell you that there is a very good use for this, or it still would not be manufactured, okay? Yes, there is a good use for this. Yes, they are popular. Yes, a lot of people do have them. If it's not your cup of tea, it ain't your cup of tea. But you guys are starting to sound silly out there, okay? Would I carry this by itself? I have. I absolutely have. I generally don't. This is generally a backup weapon, okay? And this is right here, these defense things, 41 caliber slug and 235 caliber round balls. Now, people, I mean, come on, it's a 3-inch barrel, all right, so it's not going to be that powerful, but I guarantee it will stop a man, all right? I guarantee it. But anyway, so for all you people out there that say that, oh, the Derringer is a little crappy pistol. Well, it's your opinion. But you do a little bit of research, all right, and you will understand why, all right? This thing has been around since they've been manufacturing pistols, basically, in some form or another, okay? So it's just food for thought, and God bless y'all. Okay, bye-bye.